Is it live? Alright, cool. What is up, everybody? Jose Shorty Torres here. RIZIN fans, I miss you all. I'm still waiting for the call, but in the meantime, I might as well have some fun. Put some purple back in your life. Gengar is here. We're having a good time. And so I got my little notes here. I wanted to talk about 4 fights for the card on April 11th. What is the landmark 13th in Fukuoka? I wish I could fight there. Again, somebody call me, man. I want to play. But let's have some fun. I got some picks, and I just want to start off by saying the main event. What is his name? Rashabali Shadalaya versus Yuta Kubo. Yuta, you are so brave. That's it. I don't want to say anything bad to Shadalayev. He's an animal. He's a beast. I don't want to say anything bad because I feel like I'm going to get beat up. Yuta, please do your thing. Put on a show. I'm not at all trying to discredit you, but the champion is the champion for a reason, and he's been so dominant that we're literally trying to fly in people from all around the world to beat him. So I'm just gonna go with him. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna go with Shadalayev. No offense, Yuta, you're awesome, but I'm excited to see how you do. Next, so for the Kuzumasa versus James Gallagher fight. So fun fact, I used to train with James Gallagher back in the day, so I might be a little biased, but stylistically, fighter versus fighter, they're both jiu-jitsu guys, but James, I believe, has a better stand-up, and I believe that's going to be the deciding factor of this fight. Now, James, and I think both, but James especially, is an egotistical man. He wants to fight on the ground. He wants to show that he is better on the ground, and honestly, I do believe he is. I believe he has fought tougher competition that shows that he is more diverse on the ground and more confident there. Is going to play a deciding factor that he might be fighting. I believe, is it a ring? No, it's a cage, right? Oh, then yeah, James will be just fine. If it's a cage, James is just fine. If it's a ring, it is going to be a little bit different for him. But overall, I think James will be better on the ground, and he's going to use the stand-up to his advantage. And I think he's not going to go for the takedown. I believe he's going to use the stand-up to force his opponent to take the shot, and from there, use guillotines and use his ground game to dominate. And I believe he's overall the better MMA jiu-jitsu practitioner in the fight compared to his opponent. So I'm going to go with James Gallagher on that one. Given I'm biased, I used to train with them, but I'm going to go with him. So the one for me, just because they are, or one of them at least, was a former opponent, Shin Ryu versus Zulu. One guy, I fought one guy I was going to fight. I believe both of them are phenomenal athletes, and that's the typical stand-up fighter versus grappler. Who's going to dominate the game? And I believe whoever takes the center of the ring and or cage is going to win the fight, because they need to implement their game. Zulu, a very tall, long, stick and move type of guy, but he does struggle on the ground. Shin Ryu, on the other hand, I wouldn't say he struggles in the feet, but he's smaller. He doesn't have the best head movement sometimes, and sometimes forces the shots in, so that's where Zulu might have the advantage. You know, throwing those knees, throwing those high kicks, and I believe he should throw those in the fight to keep Shin Ryu back. But, and this is a huge thing, Shin Ryu's been training at American Top Team. He's been going with a lot of really tall guys and strikers, and one of the fighters that I will mention later on today, like Danny Sabatello, he's been going forward and implementing and using and improving his grappling a lot more. Different ways to get on the inside, and he's been going against a lot of guys. I mean, Adriano Moraes, Danny Sabatello, Pantoja, if he's not injured anymore, and so many different fighters, and fighters that are longer, taller, and they're going to keep him away if need be. Given I believe those are all grapplers, but you know what I'm trying to say. He's going to learn from those people to be able to get in on the inside and take Zulu down, and I think that's where he's going to dominate the game. I'm going to go with Shin Ryu. I believe it's going to be a decision, but if Zulu's able to stick and move, he does have a good chance, but I believe Zulu's only going to win if he is able to get a TKO or a knockout. So I'm going to go with that one for Shin Ryu. Now, the one, obviously, I have to talk about just because, one, is a former teammate of mine, Danny Sabatello, good friend, good guy, and the champion, the bantamweight champion for RIZIN. But then my former opponent, Joji Goto, which I wish nothing but the best, and I have nothing but the most respect for him. And again, guys, please don't bash him because he's just a fighter doing his job. Whatever happened in the last fight is the judges to blame and not him. He's a fighter doing his thing, and I wish him nothing but the best. And, the best of skill, because I want to see him put on a show. Anyone who beats me, I want to see them do well. So, with that being said, him versus Danny Sabatello. And I'm not saying this biasly because Danny Sabatello is a good friend of mine. But if we look at our fight together against Joji, he struggled to take down. And he also struggled on the feet with me, given he had a better chance. on the feet with me than on the ground, but I'm also small where I have to work my way on the inside. Danny on the other side is taller than me. I believe he's taller and longer than Goto. And he's going to walk forward. And I believe since I started training with Danny in, I believe, 2018, he's improved a lot, especially with the stand-up, being able to drop people, being able to throw head kicks, being able to just throw combinations in general, not just be that typical grappler. He's going to use his length. Now, Joji hits hard. Joji Goto's left hand is easily his biggest weapon. And I believe in the end of the first round, he hit me like right at the top of the head. And oh my goodness, I have a hard head and I'm really lucky I have one because he can hit very, very hard. And I don't know if Danny will be able to take that shot. And Joji, man, I'm telling you, if he hits him once clean with that left hand, that's his saving grace. So I believe if Joji can land that left hand, he can win the fight. But if I was able to dominate the wrestling, my wrestling is good, but Danny's is at another level, and I mean that respectfully, even to myself. Danny Sabatello is very, very good with his takedown, going to a single leg, going to a body lock, taking you down and holding you down, and smothering you until you mess up and panic. So I'm going to give this one as an easy win to Danny Sabatello if, and that's a big if, he gets his fight down to the ground. But he can't hesitate, and he has to walk forward and make Joji Goto panic, because if not, Goto has that left hand, and it can change the game, and he can be the new RIZIN Bantamweight champion. But those are my picks, man. What do you think? And I hope to get a call very, very soon to be able to fight again. But until then, representing purple over here on the other side of the world, having some fun. And I hope to see you all in Japan very, very soon. Take care, guys.